The next UFC pay-per-view coming up is UFC 314. What a fucking stat card that is. Headlined by Volkanovski and Lopes. Usually when two guys alike go against each other, I absolutely hate it. If your guy wins, it's good and all, but if he loses, the shitty feeling is just way worse than how good it is if he wins. So basically when two guys you like fight, it's a net negative. Feel like I'm doing economics out here. But I'm cool with this main event because Volkanovski is my favorite fighter. So I need him to win. I have a side that I've picked. He still is, in my opinion, the most skilled fighter in the UFC currently, possibly even in UFC history. I know a lot of people will be like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? But yeah, I might upload another video explaining myself there. Obviously damn near finishing Islam in their first fight, then got put out cold on a week's notice or whatever just to save that Abu Dhabi card, as Oliveira did have that cut. Short notice Volk, man, keeps doing it. What a G. Not worth it though, not gonna lie. Lost his lightweight rematch to that fat off the couch, whiskey and smash burger belly, and then after getting put out cold, steps back in after less than 4 months off. I mean, he just couldn't hold himself back, could he? He did say he didn't feel the jitters before the fight, but once he was in there, he understood why people recommend you stay out longer after you get brutally concussed like that. I mean, he was just extremely hesitant, constantly leaning back, relying on his kicks. He was scared to close the distance and get into that clinch, so he kept backing up whenever Ilya threw. That's pretty much what set him up and caused him to get slept again twice in under 4 months. I mean, that's super concerning, honestly. But my point of bringing all of this up is that Volk just lost those two that were caused by that one short notice bad decision, and now a lot of people just counting him out, as if to say that it's not those bad decisions, it's actually just his declining skill that caused him to lose, which is absolute horseshit. But honestly, his comeback couldn't have been against a worse opponent after getting put out twice. I mean, Diego Lopes has dynamite in his hands, man. In my opinion, he's better in the pocket than Ilia Topuria is. This is because he has that boulder head making him damn near impossible to knock out, and also his hooks and especially his uppercuts are just fucking brutal, man. He's also big. He's taller than Makhachev. People don't understand. Makhachev's 5'10", this guy's 5'11", and we saw how tiny Volk looked in front of Makhachev. Now over that, he got another layer to his game, and that's of course his insane submission ability. I mean, he's Alexa Grasso's BJJ coach, which, you know, doesn't really mean much, but, you know, former champ, take that for what it's worth. But is Volk gonna be scared of the takedowns? Fuck no, he isn't. Matter of fact, I think he's gonna be the one pushing for the takedowns himself. I think that's one of the best things he can do in this fight, especially in round one. I mean, like, look, Volk is way more skilled on the feet than Diego is, but in round one, I mean, he's just a psychopath with dynamite. You get what I'm saying? If one of those shots just flukes its way in your guard, it's over. That being said, we can't see Volk lose again via fluke shot or something. Like, that would be insane. I'm quitting watching the sport. So the safe route for Volk is to get that takedown. And a lot of people don't understand, Volk's wrestling is super high level. Just because he doesn't go for it much doesn't mean he doesn't have it. He's super strong, he's chunky, Australian national champ in his teams, whatever that's worth. But he went toe to toe with Islam. You can't ignore that. All that mixed with Diego being as tall as he is, it just makes it easier for the short guy to get under those arms and they can just body slam him. Is Volk gonna do that? I mean, it's the safe option, and Volk is pretty high fight IQ. If he stays on the feet, does he get knocked out? I think there's like a 20% chance that Diego could put Volk out if they stand in round one. So for the most part, I think Volk got this in the bag. His distance management is beautiful. He sets his shots up perfectly. He's also one of the best to make in-game adjustments. And I don't think Lopes is necessarily that type of fighter. I think he's almost just sort of the mash the buttons type of guy, with most of his stats maxed out except his cardio. Like round 1.5 onwards, Diego is just toast, man. If he doesn't get Volk out of there in under 7 minutes, yeah, buddy, I don't know, might as well just throw in the towel, because you went for a real ass whooping after that. So yeah, to summarize everything, Volk's got this in the bag. Easy fight. He outclasses Diego on the feet. He out-wrestles him on the ground. Now the only way Diego can win is if he lands a shot out of sheer luck, and that's kind of how he always gets it done. He just spams submissions and big meaty hooks to try and finish the fight. But when it doesn't go his way, he's toast, especially against someone like Volk who thrives in those situations. So yeah, Volk gets this done. I'm gonna go with 49. You know what, 44. I think Volk's gonna... Actually, no, I switch it up again. I'm gonna go with Volk by finish. I think Diego will be toast when it comes to the cardio by round 3. And in round 4, Volk puts him out. He's barely able to stay on his feet. So yeah, that's the prediction as of now. The fight's still a few weeks away, so subscribe to stay updated. Now the next fight, the co-main event, Paddy Pimblett versus Michal Chandler. I got Paddy Pimblett, man, at least for now. I did have a Chandler all this time, but I don't know. He's starting to get real old, man. I think he's damn near 40 now. So yeah, whatever. I'm go with Paddy. Bryce Mitchell versus Gene Silva. I'm gonna have to go with Bryce, man. Yeah, I think Gene Silva's just been getting lucky. And now he's with the real dogs, yeah? So yeah, gotta get that demon out of there. Geoff Neal versus Carlos Prates. Shit, you know what? This is a tough one to pick. I'll have to look into it a little more, but I must say Prates as of now. And Yair Rodriguez versus Patricio Pitbull. I think Yair makes him look easy, in all honesty. I don't think Pitbull's in his prime or whatever, but yeah, and Yair is one of the best in the division, man. Yeah, I can just see him taking Pitbull out of there pretty easily. So yeah, that's it for this. See y'all in the next one. Probably another Jones thrashing video coming up, so stay tuned.